Hi everyone, Carrie Lee here with Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition, and today what I'm going to do is recommend the top 4 supplements that I believe that you could truly benefit from and start if you wanted to run to the health food store and start a supplement protocol as of tomorrow. And this is just very general across the board, but I certainly feel that all, especially North Americans, but most people in today's society can benefit from these 4 supplements. So number 1 is a really good quality multivitamin. There's a couple good ones on the market, but Mega Food is one that I really like, and that's because all of their vitamins and minerals are derived from fresh, non-genetically modified produce. So basically they've got a huge farm, grow all different sorts of crops, and they get all of the vitamins and minerals and other blends that they put in here from that, and they put it into a tablet form. And there are so many different vitamins and multi-minerals that Mega Food offers. This one here obviously is the women's once daily, but they also have, men's, they've got stuff for kids, they've got prenatal vitamins, they've got vitamins for high stress times, for immunity, all sorts of things like that. So this is a great company here that I feel that people could certainly benefit from taking a multivitamin, multi-mineral, and basically that just acts as a cheap insurance policy. So of course diet is number 1, hydration, lowering stress levels, good quality of sleep, all of these things certainly come into play, but taking a multivitamin, multi-mineral on a daily basis kind of just covers your bases, I like to say. So that's a great supplement that everybody could benefit from. Second supplement is fish oil. And if you are vegan, which I actually personally don't know too many vegans, none of my clients are pure vegans, the reason why you really want to take a fish oil as opposed to just a flax or borage or an algae oil is because the conversion ratio, so basically it's your body's job to sort of break down and sort of grab onto the oil and use the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, specifically omega-3 fatty acids in this case. It's your body's job to do that, and with fish oil it's a much higher conversion ratio, which means that your body has a much easier time absorbing the omega-3 fatty acids out of this than it would a vegetarian source. So if you buy, for example, this is Nutri-C, one of my favorite brands. They also have a brand called Nutri-Veg, and I believe that they derive their oil from mostly algae and seaweed sources, but they may actually put some borage, some flax, some chia, some hemp oil in there as well, and that is great. It's wonderful for health. It's a wonderful addition, but unfortunately you're not absorbing all of the omega-3 fatty acids out of that you would like. So as you can see here, the one that I buy is a 3-to-1 ratio, which means that it's higher in EPA than DHA, and you can actually buy a fish oil that's higher in DHA as opposed to EPA as well. I guess it all depends on what you're looking for, but just a regular fish oil will do. You don't have to buy one that has a 3-to-1 ratio or says high potency. Just a regular oil, fish oil will do. The EPA, though, is basically really, really good for mental health. So it's good for if you have any sort of depression, anxiety. You just always have to be careful if you're on any prescription medications, of course, with what you take. Check with your healthcare practitioner and make sure that it's okay for you to add this into your protocol. But something that is high in EPA is great for the brain. It's also great for the skin. So if you have dry skin, eczema, anything like that, dandruff, then EPA is for you. It is absolutely wonderful. And DHA, on the other hand, is great for basically the building of the brain. So it's great for cognition, for memory, and if you're having or if you're planning on having children and you're pregnant, you also want to make sure that you've got a balanced EPA and DHA, because the DHA does certainly play a very important role in the building of your fetus's brain as well. So that's a great supplement that everybody can benefit from. And unfortunately, we have a diet that's very high in omega-6 fatty acids and not omega-3 fatty acids, and sometimes that can certainly play a role in inflammation and a role in disease state. So we definitely want to make sure that we can get as many omega-3s as we can. So some other natural sources, some food sources of omega-3 fatty acids are fish, especially like salmon and mackerel and some of those fatty fish. Sardines and anchovies are okay sources as well. And vegetarian sources would be things like your seaweeds, your algae. You can have seeds and nuts. It's better to have them raw or to sprout them, even better yet. Hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, and then of course this is more of a direct source with the actual oil concentration. Another supplement that everyone would benefit from would be taking enzymes with your meals. So Flora, which is also, it's owned by Udo, which a lot of people like their oil, Udo's oil. This is a great digestive supplement. And whether you think your digestion is great or not, this is a wonderful additive. When you're having anything cooked whatsoever, even if it's just like steamed veggies, there are no enzymes left in those vegetables. So now it's the job of your pancreas to actually excrete enzymes, your protease, amylase, and lipase, to break down the carbohydrates, the proteins, and the fats in your meal, if you're having anything cooked at all. Raw, so if you have like a raw vegetable or a piece of fruit or something like that, then that has all the enzymes within it to break itself down. But if you're having anything cooked, so of course we have meat, dairy, all these things have been pasteurized, processed, cooked, then you do need enzymes. And even veggies, if you have any cooked veggies or grains or things like that as well, or any sort of processed food, then you want to make sure that you're having an enzyme with your meal. So you can just take one with each meal. If you have a really heavily cooked meal, or you go to a buffet or something like that, you can even pop 2 or up to 3 of these as well. And if you're the kind of person that has sort of any sort of digestive concerns or disturbances, so if you have diarrhea, constipation, gas or bloating, heartburn, any of these sorts of things, I can almost guarantee that even just starting to take enzymes with your meals, you will see a complete reduction in any sorts of symptoms that you may have in the GI tract. And then the last supplement that everybody would benefit from is taking a probiotic. And I do have a couple of other videos about this as well. Probiotics are something that live in your gut. It's the gut healthy flora or good bacteria in your colon, which is extremely important for immune health. They say that 80% of your immune system is in your gut, and this is only if you have a good amount of probiotics. If you've been on an antibiotic regime in your life, which chances are you have, because let's face it, antibiotics are completely overprescribed, unfortunately, by today's medical society. So if you have that, if you've had processed foods in your diet, if you've had a lot of dairy in your diet or a lot of sugar, chances are you don't have the good healthy gut flora that you should have for your immune system and for your health in general. And also if you are constipated, or if you have IBS or any sort of digestive condition or symptoms, probiotics are something that will greatly help that situation as well. So this is a brand that I'm using right now because I do truly believe in switching up your probiotics, and this is because they have different strains in them. See, if we turn around on the back here, I'm going to try to zoom in for a moment, you've got your strains written down there. So you've got some of the lactobacillus, you've got some of, a bunch of different strains that are available. And every brand that you buy will have a different different number of strains and different names of strains in them. So it's great to kind of switch up your probiotic from time to time. This one here, as you can see, is 50 billion, which is a good amount. A lot of people that are suffering from any sort of digestive disturbance or concern, I usually recommend a minimum of 100 billion per day. And there are, you wouldn't have to take 2 of these. There's actually a brand on the market. I don't have the bottle with me currently. It's called Nature's Source or Nature's Way, and it's called Optima, and it has 100 billion bacteria in it. So that's a really good high amount of bacteria. For example, a lot of people think that having yogurt or even fermented foods is a good source of probiotics. Fermented foods can be. Yogurt, on the other hand, is a terrible source. Even if there are live bacteria left in the yogurt, which unfortunately some research has shown that some of the big name yogurt companies have made false claims, and there are indeed no live bacteria left in their product once it is on the shelf for consumers to buy. But if you were to even get some probiotics left in your yogurt, chances are it's only like 1 million or 2, and we're talking about 50 billion, or as I had mentioned, 100 billion. So just a huge difference there. So this is a great supplement to add to your life as well. So just a brief recap here, the 4 supplements that we talked about today that I think anyone and everyone would benefit from is we've got a good quality multivitamin. We've got some omega-3 fish oil fatty acids, and again, you would try to focus more on a fish oil as opposed to a vegetarian source of omega-3 fatty acids. Then we've got our digestive enzymes, and again, this is just one brand, and there are so many out there, but this is a really, really good quality brand, and it covers all of your bases for digestion, and it also has bromelain and papain in it, which are anti-inflammatory enzymes as well. And then lastly, we discussed introducing a probiotic as well. So those are the 4 supplements that I would recommend for everybody. So please check me out on Facebook. You can find me at Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition, and my website is www.puravitavitality.ca. Have a great day, guys.